Everyone, welcome to the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. I want to apologize for some of our technical difficulties this morning. We have with us several people to talk about the 2018 Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl, which will be played Friday, December 21st at 12:30 here at the National Stadium. And we have several folks with us today, including folks from the Bahamas government, the athletic directors and head coaches of our two participant universities, FIU and University of Toledo, and our friends from Atlantis. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Executive Director of the Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl, Mr. Richard Giannini.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I just want to thank you for being here on behalf of ESPN and the Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl. Welcome you, and we want to congratulate the two teams that are here with us today. They both had outstanding seasons, and from FIU, Coach Butch Davis and Athletic Director Pete Garcia, and from Toledo, Coach Jason Campbell and Athletic Director Mike OBrien. Congratulations on a great year, and we're excited about having you here in the Bahamas, and we know it'll be a great experience for your student athletes and team, and we look forward to a great game on December 21st. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to bring up Lee Miller, who will have a few comments to say on some of our partners in the bowl game. And Lee, as you know, founded the Battle for Atlantis, and along with the bowl game, and is a strategic partner with us on this event. And we appreciate you, Lee, and come on up and say a few words.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. We are excited for our 5th annual Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl. I want to start out and thank Makers Wanted Elk Grove Village. And for those of you who do not know what Makers Wanted is, this is the first time a non-tourist municipality has ever sponsored a bowl game. The sponsorship highlights the innovative thinking around Elk Grove Village. They boast the largest consolidated industrial park in the United States, just outside of Chicago, with over 62 million square feet of buildings and sites. The park is 98% occupied and is home to a diverse mix of industries, with major employers representing technology, manufacturing, retail, healthcare, and logistics. We're really excited. Their mayor, Craig Johnson, is going to be attending the game along with some of his colleagues, so we'll be excited to introduce him to the beauty of the Bahamas and sporting events and college football. Also, we wanted to thank the Ministry of Tourism for their continued support, the Honorable Denicio de Aguilar, as well as Mr. Albury here. We really appreciate everything that tourism continues to do for this game and look forward to working with you all many more years to come. We also would like to thank the Atlantis for providing an uncanny opportunity for these student athletes, truly giving them the experience of a lifetime. Some may never come back, some will come back because of this game. So Ed Fields, Rick Gallagher, Audrey, everyone involved, Bill Coderan, thank you so much for everything that the Atlantis does for this game. I want to thank the NSA, Quentin Brennan, who many of you, he's brand new, may not know yet, but if you do, we've worked together since 2010, so we're very familiar with each other, so we are so excited what he's going to bring to the stadium and to this game and to a continued partnership with the NSA, so thank you, Quentin. We want to thank KFC and Pizza Hut. They are sponsoring the game as well as our youth clinic out here in the Thomas Robinson Stadium on December 19th. So we're really excited for our partnership with them and continuing to give back to the community and the local organizations. We also want to thank Bud Light, who has come on board this year to helping us refresh and stay thirsty. So thank you, Bud Light, for coming on board, as well as the Tribune Media Group for giving us constant coverage every time that we're down here, Ronaldo and your team. So thank you so much for the Tribune Media Group. And lastly, we would like to thank Bahamas Local for also helping provide information around the Bahamas towards the game. And just congratulations to both teams. We're honored to have world-class coaches and universities as part of this bowl. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. Appreciate that. At this time, I'd like to bring up the Permanent Secretary of the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, Mr. Charles OBrien.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everybody. First, I'd like to welcome those of you who are here for the first time. I believe that this is the first of many visits to the Bahamas. We extend a warm welcome to you, and you're always welcome to come. I'd also like to add that the Bahamas is an island nation comprising 700 islands and keys, of which we have 16 major population centers. So for the next 15 years, you can return to the Bahamas and not go to the same place twice. December 21st, 3 weeks from today, is game day in Nassau, the 5th annual Bahamas Bowl, which brings a grand showdown of American college football action to the islands of the Bahamas. The stakes are high. The matchup at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium will pit two talented college football teams against each other. The University of Toledo Rockets, representing the Mid-American Conference, and Florida International University, right next door to us in Florida. FIU represents the Conference USA East Division. For the 5th consecutive year, the Ministry of Tourism and Aviation has partnered with media sports giant ESPN to stage the only American college football bowl game outside of the United States. The Bahamas Bowl is an event that is an all-around winner for all partners. It provides student athletes, conference partners, alumni, fans, and sponsors a first-class international sporting experience, and for the islands of the Bahamas destination, valuable exposure through ESPN TV press coverage. In the dead of winter, where in some cases the temperature is 20 degrees or below, millions of football fans in the United States will be glued to the TV following their favorite game, which rolls out right here in the Bahamas, in 80+ degree sunshine, perfect beach weather. The bowl games are the climax of the college football season, and the Bahamas Bowl is the only bowl game being televised nationally across the United States that day between 1 p.m. and 4. Perfect timing, perfect advertising. The ministry takes pride that as a destination, we are on track to accomplishing our goal of making the islands of the Bahamas the sports mecca of the Caribbean region. Our goal of diversifying our tourism portfolio is a very strategic one. Staging of high-quality international sports events significantly impacts our economy. The groups that travel to our destination for these large international events numbers in the hundreds, and on average they spend 6+ visitor nights in the destination. The first 4 editions of this game has been a remarkable success. The energy of the game and the events surrounding the games are pure, clean fun and excitement, and it's the ideal family event. On December 21st, all roads lead to the Thomas A. Robinson Center. I think the tickets soon go on sale right here at the stadium and also online at NSA-Bahamas.com. So we encourage Mr. Fields, hoteliers, to put the Bahamas Bowl on their list of things to do for their visitors so that those who are interested will come to the game. And to my fellow Bahamians, particularly the hundreds of you who have graduated from FIU, we also encourage you to attend the game. And when you come, please cheer for both teams. Make them feel like it's a home game away from home. And so that it is our intent that they have such a memorable experience that when they return home, they will tell their family and friends that it is indeed better in the Bahamas. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Strawberry. We appreciate that. Now we get into our working with our 2 teams, FIU and Toledo, and to talk a little bit about the group from Miami. FIU is their Executive Director of Sports and Entertainment, Mr. Pete Garcia.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. On behalf of FIU, our Board of Trustees, President Mark Rosenberg, and our 57,000 students and thousands of Bahamian alumni, we are very excited to be here. This is a game for us that we feel we're right at home. We have a relationship with the Bahamian government that's been in place for years. We've worked on this week. We've had several meetings to continue to strengthen and make those partnerships even better. Our president obviously will be here, and he will be doing the same thing. We feel that the Bahamas is our front porch to FIU, so we're very excited. I want to thank the sponsors. The Makers Wanted a sponsor for having us. The Atlantis is one of the best resorts in the world. I will tell you that our student athletes and all our administration are looking forward to staying here, and so we're excited. This will be a great game on national TV, and want to thank Pete Durgis with ESPN, Richard Giannini, and Lee Miller for having us. So thank you.
Thanks, Pete, very much. And at this time, I want to introduce the head coach of the FIU Panthers, Mr. Butch Davis. He's in his second season as head coach of the Panthers and 12th season as a collegiate head coach. This is the Panthers' second straight bowl appearance and their fourth bowl appearance overall. He was a head coach at Miami, Florida from 95 to 2000 and from North Carolina from 2007 to 10. He was the NFL Cleveland Browns head coach from 2001 to 04 and assistant coach of the Dallas Cowboys from 89 to 94. And he was part of back-to-back Super Bowl winning teams. He was also part of the Hurricanes 1987 National Championship team as part of his time as assistant at Miami. And again, the head coach of the FIU Panthers in his second season, Butch Davis.
Thank you very much. I want to tell you that it's an unbelievable honor and a privilege to be here. That when we found out that we had an opportunity to come to the Makers Wanted Bowl game in the Bahamas, it was electric in our athletic department. The players were unbelievably excited. Having worked at ESPN previously before working at FIU, I talked to a lot of people over the years, and everybody at ESPN was like, please let me come and cover the Bahamas Bowl. They all wanted to come here. I think it's a great opportunity for our student athletes to get not only a great experience staying at the Atlantis Hotel, as Pete said, it's clearly one of the absolutely finest resort hotels and facilities in the entire world. And even more than that, I wanted our players to get a chance to enjoy the hospitality of the Bahamas, that the people over the decades that I've had opportunities to come and visit, people have been absolutely wonderful. And I think our kids are going to be unbelievably excited about it. It's a great honor to play against Toledo. I know that Jason has done a great job in building that program. They're a very, very good football team, and it's going to take a challenge from us to be prepared to play against them. And I know they're as excited as we are about being here. Our football team, I will tell you just a little bit about our football team. We've gone through some unbelievable adversity during the course of the season, and most teams go through a lot of things that present challenges. And I'm unbelievably proud of these young men, the way in which that they have dealt with some of the challenges and the adversity. Everybody loses players. Last year we lost 8 starters on defense. We lost 6 starters on offense. And having an opportunity to qualify to come to a bowl game was a little bit of a mystery at the beginning of the season. You're not sure that you're ever going to be good enough to do it. And I can honestly tell you that winning 8 games and getting a chance to come to Nassau and stay at Atlantis, we are unbelievably excited about it. Looking forward to it very much, and thank you very much for having us, and look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.
Coach, thank you very much. We know the Panthers, who had a great season, 8-4, 6-2, will represent Conference USA very well in the game. And now we'll turn to our other team in the game from the Mid-American Conference, the Toledo Rockets. And to talk a little bit about Toledo is their Vice President and Athletic Director, Mr. Mike OBrien.
Thank you very much. It's an honor for the University of Toledo, on behalf of our president, Dr. Sharon Gaber, and our board of trustees, to be here involved with the Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl. If this is any indicator as far as the hospitality that we've received in just a couple of days, I know our team and our institution's in for a real treat. I want to thank, obviously, Richard and Lee for everything you've done and will be doing, and all the Bahamians that have been so kind to us. Charles, I was glad to hear you say that the Bahamians that come and support the bowl, in which we hope there are many, cheer for both teams because we're not quite as close as FIU. It's about 30 degrees and gray in Toledo, and so our fans are really excited about being here. This is the bowl our team wanted to come to. I was fortunate enough to be in the team room the other day when Coach Campbell made the announcement, and needless to say, they're really excited. Again, as others have indicated, they may never have the opportunity to be back here, and so I really appreciate Makers Wanted, the Atlantis obviously. Want to congratulate Florida International Coach Davis and my longtime friend Pete Garcia for being here as well. Also, obviously, our team, the Rockets, and looking forward to the game. Coach Campbell, and not only proud of what the Rockets are doing on the field, but in the classroom as well. So have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike. And now we will introduce the head coach of the Toledo Rockets, Jason Campbell. He's in his third full season as collegiate head coach, all at Toledo. And the Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl is the Rockets' 5th straight bowl appearance and 11th overall. Campbell was assistant coach at one of the great powers of college football in the U.S., Mount Union, and also worked at Toledo. He played wide receiver at Geneva College and Mount Union. The third-year head coach of the Toledo Rockets, Coach Jason Campbell.
Thank you. On behalf of our football team and our university, and certainly all the staff members back home in the gray skies, as Mike was saying, we're tremendously excited and honored to have the opportunity to participate in the Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl and compete for the Prime Minister's Trophy. And as we all know, bowl games are better in the Bahamas, so we're excited to be here today. And the hospitality that was shown to us at the Atlantis and the brief time that we were here makes us even more excited to want to come back and spend the week and share a little bit of a cultural change for our guys, because I think this is, you're probably talking about a roster here of over 90% of the guys on the team, and probably the travel party have not been on an international flight ever. So this will be a great experience for them. I think it'll be a great experience for our university and Florida International to showcase our great game of football to a different part of the world, and certainly show the youth of the islands the opportunities, not only athletically but also educationally, that this game can provide for them, and I think that's a really cool thing. So to Florida International, Coach Davis, congratulations on a great season. As you know, and as he mentioned, it's not easy to get to a bowl game. In 2013, I was part of a team that was 7-5 at Toledo, and we didn't get invited. So when you get to 6 wins, it kind of gives you hope. You get to 7, you think you're good, and you get to 8, you're still praying and thinking. And so we're excited to be here. I know they are. They're a tremendous team. Obviously, Coach has been doing this for a long time, and his track record speaks for itself. And tremendous amount of respect for what he's able to do, has been able to do. And as a young coach, was a guy that I kind of watched and mimicked my career a little bit after too, of how he handled things at numerous places. So it would be awesome to compete with him, against him and his team, and to be back here at the stadium. And I think it would just be a really cool day for everybody. So to our seniors and our football program, really excited for them and really happy and proud of the effort that they put in. Our senior class is on the verge of almost 40 wins in 4 years, and that's a really difficult task to attain. It's a group that's went through a coaching change. It's a group that's went through a lot of adversity. There's 12 seniors on this football team, and not too many recruiting classes have 12 guys in it. So you can imagine they're the strong ones that withstood the storm, and happy and one more opportunity for those guys to be together and play, and what a great environment to go do it at, and certainly a great atmosphere. So thanks for having us, and again, we're looking forward to get back down here and in for a great competitive game. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. The Rockets come into the game on December 21st with a 7-5 overall record, 5-3 in the MAC, and these are two teams that score a lot of points. FIU's averaged almost 35 points this season, Toledo a little bit over 41. So we know Bahamians love a track meet, so we hope to give them a lot of points and a lot of offense here on December 21st. Finally, coaches and ADs have all mentioned the Atlantis and what they do for us, and we know how excited student athletes from both universities will have to enjoy the resort and their week at the game. Obviously, they have a football game. It is a business trip, but there's a lot of fun to be had. And representing the Atlantis is Ed Fields, the Senior Vice President of Public Affairs.
Thank you. Good. We got an Atlantis pad. That's good too. Listen, it goes without saying that we are extremely proud and honored to be the host hotel for the Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl, the 5th. And you know, we're developing a great partnership here with ESPN and Lee Miller and all the folks in terms of really developing, and the Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Sports, in terms of really making the Bahamas a sports destination. And anything we can do to be a part of that is thrilling to us. So without further ado, I just want to say to everyone, welcome, and we look forward to December 21st. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ed. A little bit of housekeeping items before we close. The game, obviously, Friday, December 21st, 12:30 here at the National Stadium. Tickets are on sale through the box office here at the National Stadium. They're also available through the participating institutions, Toledo and FIU. We have the youth clinic that is on Wednesday, December 19th, over at the rugby fields near the old Thomas Robinson Stadium from 3 to 5 p.m. That is free to kids 7 to 13, so we want as many folks, young people, boys and girls, that want to come out and be taught a little bit of football and have fun with student athletes and graduate assistant coaches from both universities. So we look forward to that on our day of giving back to the Bahamas. The coaches and athletic directors will be available for short one-on-ones right after we're done, but what we're going to do now is have a group photo here in front with them so you guys can get that, and we appreciate you coming out. We look forward to seeing you. Teams arrive here on the islands Monday, December 17th. Practices the next 2 days. We'll have a press conference here with the coaches and student athletes on Thursday the 20th, and the game is on the 21st, and one of these two teams will bring home will be presented with the Prime Minister's Trophy, and we look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you.